Hey everybody, Clay Archer, CEO, DPC Technology. Today I'm going to review the cameras that we use here inside DPC Technology. You may have seen our comparison video last month of all the Unifi cameras, but when we're not testing like that, what are the cameras that we actually use here in our office? So today we're going to jump into the software. I'm going to explain the cameras I use in each location, why I use them there, and which ones that I'm planning on upgrading in the future. So without any further mumbling, let's jump into the software and get going. So you can see this is my typical 8:16 up layout that I use. I have been running 16 cameras lately just because that's the maximum I can get on one screen. And I don't have to have multiple views. It's kind of nice to see everything at once. I don't always look at it in this view, but 16 seems to be a nice round number. This is a 10,000 square foot building. We have a lot of area to cover, but typically I don't have cameras everywhere. I have them in certain spots. Another tip, if you're planning on judging where my camera locations are, they change all the time. Obviously, as I am doing reviews, I upgrade cameras and I move them around. As you can see, the guys are actually in the front right now. I'm gonna do some face detection stuff with the AI thetas, so we're just kind of mocking up what we're gonna do there. But this is my typical setup here. Then I'm gonna go into the cameras that we're using. So I have an AI Bullet and an AI Pro out in the parking lot. I'm using those mainly for license plate detection. I've got one facing the rear and one facing the front, so I pretty much can capture every license plate. If you haven't seen my AI detection videos, I'll put a link down in the description below, but that's the reason I use those two cameras in those two locations. Now you're gonna see I have a ton of G4 domes, and I have not replaced my G4 domes, when in fact I actually have a G5 dome that is part of my testing kit. I don't usually have that on, and I have not replaced the G4 domes, mainly because they just work. They're just up there, they work. You can see I've got them in most of the locations. You can see the boardroom and the front door. This one's outside, this one's inside, and I've got them just about around the office. They are my general go-to camera right now. That being said, if I was going to buy one, you can see in my ranking video that I rank the G5 above the G4, but I wouldn't recommend that anybody replace a G4 dome with a G5 dome. I don't see enough in it to make that expense worth the time and energy to swap those out. Now, you may see that AI is starting to come through with all these detections, and I do think it's starting to be an inflection point where I'm going to want these to be AI detections. So you can see the guys in the front, they are actually doing some work on the ladder up there. I am going to put a couple of the AI thetas, replace the G4 domes in here with the AI thetas. And the main reason I'm going to do that is because I want face recognition. You know, this is going to be this is an early access feature at the point I'm making this video, but you can see that face recognition is coming. You know, and that's going to be a major thing for me. I'm actually going to use the AI theta tele focus right at the front door so that everybody that comes in and out of the front door will be recorded. Just like the AIs for outside though, I don't know that I'm going to go in here and replace every one of these G4 domes with facial recognition or an AI capable camera. You know, having it at entry points and exit points is probably a nice idea, but I don't know that I'm sold that I need to go out there and replace every camera that I have just for that one feature. You'll also see that I use the G4 PTZ. This wasn't a super expensive camera, and I kind of did it on a whim. Obviously, it's just a really awesome camera. You can see its ability to kind of see a ton of stuff. It's got auto tracking, which is really awesome now. So if somebody walks by, it's going to follow them. If I need to look at something, I can use the PTZ features to go wherever I want to go. It's incredible. I really like this camera a lot. I wish it wasn't so expensive. The price drop over the holidays was amazing. You know, at $900, I think this is the camera that is really probably worth it. At $1,800, probably not, especially with the fact that it is it's aging now and it doesn't have AI detections. But you know, a new one, AI with all the auto tracking and all the features built into it, I think would be an amazing camera. This will stay on the wall here until a AI version comes out. Really like this camera, and I have no intention of changing it anytime soon. The really cool feature is it just follows everybody as they walk through the parking lot. So that is my G4 PTZ. I really do like that camera. I have the G5 Pro with the image enhancer. Really like this camera. It's in a test configuration right now. This is usually at the back door. Thing I like about this camera is that the vision enhancer comes on with a floodlight when somebody walks in front of it, which really for me, I want the deterrence of somebody realizing that they're being under surveillance. Like I said in the video where I compared it to the AI Pro, the image quality out of this camera is just really good. I really like this camera a lot. You know, I think at the end of the day, the AI Pro is a better camera because of the detections, but just for the camera as a camera itself, this really is an incredible camera. You can see how vivid that looks. So the G5 Pro is probably not going to leave my installation anytime soon. It just is a spot where I don't need license plate detections or really detections of any kind. And really, that's the gist of what I'm using right now. So it's an AI Bullet, an AI Pro, a ton of G4 domes, a G4 PTZ, a G5 Pro. I can't predict the future, but I really would love to see a G6 or an AI dome. I'm not a huge fan of the 360s. I do think it does a decent job, but I would rather have a few G4 or G5 domes around than have the AI 360. I just think the quality of it and having to de-warp it and all, I'm not a super big fan of it. I am going to put the AI Thetas at the front door just because I really am interested in the recognition. So I'm going to put the tele in the wide at the front door. But the rest of these are really just around for testing. So when I need to test something against one against another, I have them there. And beyond the AI, I'm kind of interested to see what they are doing in the Ultra series, or if the Ultra series gets AI. Yeah, as you've seen in some of the marketing material, there's going to be a new lower line of Ubiquiti products called Ultra. I don't have any real details on that, but I'm be interested to see what those are coming out in the future. But other than that, I'd love to know what you guys are using. Please put your comments down below and we can keep the conversation going. We put out videos like this every week. We'd love you to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.